Hey, Jen Gibbs here, and today we are talking about your 2-year-old brain. Yes, you have one, and so do I, and sometimes it's our friend, and sometimes it feels like it's just a naughty toddler having a tantrum. So we're going to talk about why and what you can do about it. So first of all, why do I know you have a 2-year-old brain? Because we all do, and the more scientific term for that is your limbic brain. It's in the back. It's kind of your animal brain. That's what helps you work on instinct and survival mechanisms. So if you need to run away from a tiger, that's what kicks in that cortisol that helps you go faster and fight or flight. It's in charge of that. It's in charge of helping you make sure you don't starve, so that you are looking for foods that are dense in calories so that you can continue to go on. It's in charge of that reproductive part of you, just causing us to have desires to continue to propagate the species, right? But sometimes it can be a little unruly because its only goal is survival. It's not thinking about being kind or what the future is going to bring. It's just thinking about your individual survival. And that's its job, and we're grateful that it's available to us to do that. On the flip side of that, what makes us human and different from the animals is what we've got up here, the prefrontal cortex. And that is what allows us to make conscious choices, to be self-aware, to have goals and plans, to exert our will. And that is a very important part. And so if this limbic brain is the 2-year-old, then your prefrontal cortex, or PFC, as some would call it, is the parent brain. So since I'm a female, I'm going to call it the mama brain, and it does beautiful things. It's what causes many higher level thinking kinds of tasks. It's creative, it's inventive, and it's nurturing, and it can put the survival on the back burner and do things for others, make sacrifices, make choices, help us be kind instead of just thinking about, you know, like a pack of dogs in survival mode fighting for their own piece of meat or whatever. So so hopefully that analogy is helpful to you. Where I'm going to go ahead and apply this to diet, because diet is such a big part of what many people struggle with, and it feels like sometimes that limbic 2-year-old brain is in control. And what we need to realize is it's supposed to do that. It wants bacon and suckers. That's what it wants. It wants high fat kinds of foods because those are higher in density and they'll help us survive longer and not starve, right? And then sugars naturally indicate to us that a fruit is ripe or that kind of thing, and it's going to be more calorically dense than something without sugars, right? And so both of those things, it's designed to provide for us and to communicate for us, and it's designed for us to want those and desire those so that we can survive longer. And so it's doing a great job. That's what it's supposed to do. Now this prefrontal cortex, though, may be the one that is saying, hey, you know, as great as bacon and suckers are, that's not going to get me to my goals. And because I have a higher level of thinking available to me, I'm able to set a goal and have a desire, and I'm going to choose this. So we're constantly switching back and forth in our mind. You know, if someone cuts us off on the freeway, we may switch back to that limbic brain and be like, hey, what's up? Anger, you know, retaliation, that kind of thing. Whereas if we can get a hold of ourselves, we'll switch back to the mature parent brain of higher level thinking, and then realize, okay, I really, even though my emotions are heightened, I can still control through my will and desire of what kind of person I want to be. I can control those kinds of thoughts. So limbic brain wants treats and sweets and no regard, just only survival, and it doesn't care, you know, if we survive and look fabulous on our bikini or if we don't. It just wants us alive, right? But our mama brain, or our higher level thinking, probably wants to look good in that bikini, or at least be healthy and live for the long term, because we understand the dangers of overweight and that kind of thing. So here's where you can switch back and forth. And when that toddler brain is being naughty and having a tantrum, you can switch into that higher level thinking as kind of the parent brain, and think of it as kind of parenting yourself maybe. Because there's nothing wrong with you for having those instincts that are there to keep you alive, right? That's part of who we are. But you can, when you're aware of that, switch back into your higher level of thinking in that prefrontal cortex and say, you know what? Thank you for letting me know that there is a sugary treat over there. I appreciate that. You've done your job. And I'm going to go ahead and we're not going to choose that. Well, what happens when you do that to a toddler? Are they like, okay, whatever? No, they have a tantrum. They say, I want the treat. I want the treat right now. And they will continue to scream and maybe make it very uncomfortable for you, right? If you're in public, that kind of thing. Totally normal. That's what it's supposed to do. And you as parent can say, you know what, I know you want that, but imagine yourself in a grocery store. We're just gonna leave right now, and we're not doing that because I'm in charge, and that's what I said. And hopefully as a parent, you're able to set those kind of boundaries because that's what's healthy for everyone involved, right? And so, so hopefully this analogy is helpful. If you do need some extra support in helping your toddler behave, there are some great products from Viseo. I love V-Slim for curbing carb cravings and also for leveling out blood sugar, so you're not fighting that battle so hard, because when blood sugar dips low, what does that say? In survival language, that means food or sugars are running scarce. We better really amp up and get us some more carbs inside the body and the blood, right? And so really, we're in no danger of running out of carbs in this day and age. And so if a tool like that would be helpful, I'd encourage you to grab a free sample. There's gonna be a link associated with this video. So V-Slim is an option. Also, please do know that all the Viseo products are made with a micro level cell absorbency in mind, and some fantastic brand new science there. There is Neuro, which is a brain supplement, which is gonna help keep your brain healthy from many different angles, especially as we age. But even if just we wanna be very sharp and clear as we work or as we go through our day, very alert, you wanna support that brain, right? Because it needs vitamins too, and other things that will support it. So thanks very much for now. This is Jen Gibbs signing off, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.